Hello, and welcome back to another episode of What's This Podcast. I am joined today by two of my compadres. I've got young master Ethan.
Yeah.
And I should have, via the medium of internet broadband, Mr. James Wells.
Yes, I'm here.
We are missing one other person. Ronnie isn't with us today. He is suffering with an illness of some description, I do believe.
Nice. Millie is, I think.
His wife might be suffering with an illness, and he's on babysitting duties, as far as I'm aware. So there's just the three of us today. So before we get into today's topic, just remind you to, if you're watching this on YouTube, to subscribe, to click the little like button, and to also click the little notification button so you don't ever miss another podcast, because I'm sure you're relishing every single minute of these. If you are listening to this via some sort of podcast service, then make sure that you follow us, subscribe to us, whatever it is that you do to make sure you don't miss it. Which leads us into today's topic, which was going to be about fatherhood. We specifically wanted to do something about us because we're all dads, or we've all had dads. That's the interesting fact.
That is amazing.
It's a fact.
4 of us have all had dads.
In some way, shape or form, a dad has been present in our lives.
Whether it be step or biological.
Or just was there at the conception of our lives.
Or physically made us.
But with Ronnie not being here, we're not going to do that. So what we did instead is we had, through our Instagram and Twitter, we just had a few people give us some questions. Because we are doing a get to know us video later on in a few days.
I mean, I've done mine. I'm just waiting for these lazy sods to do theirs.
Well, yeah,
Getting to know all about you.
You need to stop that.
So that will be out in a few days. So keep your eye out for that. For that, we're just going to do like a quick not quick, but just a small one, just answering a few questions, just so you get to know a bit more about us and
So
stuff.
I don't know any of these questions.
No, yeah. So
So I've not had any pre-prepared answers.
So one of the questions
Unlike
is...
my maths GCSE.
Did you prepare all of those?
No, I failed it quite miserably.
So
In fact,
very
how
likely,
many,
yeah.
How many GCSEs did you pass?
10.
How many GCSEs did you pass?
When you say pass,
C or above.
C or above none.
Yes, you did. I'm sure you did.
No, I got no C's. D's, but no C's.
You always get the
Is it
D.
D a pass?
No, C's a pass. Shut up, Jim.
Only legs, only hands and knees.
I think I got 2. Both English.
What's wrong with you, Per? You both.
I retook.
I'm a moron.
I was going to say you're both intelligent people, but you are, John.
No, I'm a moron.
I retook and passed.
Oh, in that
I
case, you did.
I had to retake for my course.
Okay, so what did you retake? Maths and English?
Maths, English, and then I had to do a course in ICT.
Oh, okay.
But you had to do that. That's the whole thing now, isn't it, with schools, where you've got to have... They don't let you leave school until you've passed your maths and English.
Depends.
Pretty much.
Do they not literally
Unless
do
you're
an
like
ITS scheme or something? Well, they're not called apprentices now.
Ethan went into apprenticeship, but on his course, as part of his course, you had to retake his maths and
But
English.
it wasn't a GCSE as such. It was equivalent to a C GCSE, but I can't remember functional skills or something.
You've seen that poem he did about the cats. That's what's on the fridge. That guy just passed.
That was
Clickety clack, was it? Clickety click, clickety click. I want to be a cat. Was it that one? Yeah.
So one of the questions we've got was
you might have whiplash from the speed that you just changed that topic.
but yeah, these are just simple questions, not like steep or like that. Just normal, simple questions, really. So one of them was like,
What's the first one? Give us the first one, Ethan.
Your favourite book?
John, favourite book? Go.
Oh, jeez. Favourite book of all time?
I'm going to say book or series of books, I think.
Okay, so series of books. I've not read many series of books, but I do really like it. Angus Donald did some called
Robin Hood one.
They're the ones, the Outlaw Chronicles. It's literally it follows Alan Dale, who is the true heir to Robin Hood in Robin Hood, and there's about 6 or 7 books, and it's just intertwined with a lot of like actual historical stuff. Towards the end they intertwined like the search for like the Holy Grail and stuff like that. Really, really, really good series of books. Absolutely loved them. Favourite book of all time, it might be The Road by Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah, you lent me that. I never read it though.
Yeah.
What's that one about?
There's a film about it as well with Viggo Mortensen. It's post-apocalyptic, and it's literally about a man and his young boy trying to get to the coast in like a sort of post-apocalyptic Mad Max type world.
Okay.
but it's written almost like a diary, I suppose. It's written in like chunky paragraphs all the way through it. All the way, it's just really well written and proper. Like it genuinely made me cry at the end, and not a lot does, including films. To be fair, it was like it was incredible, like a proper, really incredible book. Yeah, he's a great author.
Okay.
What about you?
I'll do my favourite in a minute, but I know this wasn't on the sheet, but we will ask anyway. What's your least favourite book?
Probably one that I've not even bothered finishing.
Well, that's why it would be. That'd be your worst book.
Worst book that I have not read, or
That you've read some of, but couldn't continue reading because of it.
Ooh.
Because of either the topic or the style of writing or just, whatever.
That's a really good question. Do you know what? I don't know. There's a few that I've picked up and sort of like they've fallen by the wayside a little bit. I used to really like Andy McNabb's books because I really used to like military type history, like the Privateers era and all things like that. His latest ones, his last ones, were just so formulaic.
Just bad.
That I remember getting really excited for it because I used to get really excited when they came out and I read it and it was utter pants. And I think I might have stopped it with like 3 or 4 chapters to go because it was just I really wanted to get through it but couldn't. But yeah, that was unfortunate.
What about you, Jim?
For me, it's a series of books. It's, God knows how many books is in it, about 25, 26, 28, something like that. And it's by Raymond E. Feist. The first book's called Magician. Can't remember what the sagas are called. There's quite a few sagas.
Is this one where you've been looking for these specific books that cost a barefaced fortune?
Well, yeah, because I'm trying to get them all in. So, for those out there that don't know, I love reading. So, if I enjoy a book or a series of books, I then try and get them all in first edition or special edition hardback, which for some books is obviously very difficult and very expensive. So there's 3 books I was looking at, and they were costing an absolute fortune. So yeah, but yeah, Raymond Feist, and it's I can't remember the name of the saga that he called it, but
You've told me about these books.
yeah, they're incredible. Yeah,
I'm gonna guess
it's
about a magician.
Yeah, it's a fantasy set of books.
Yeah.
I do like fantasy writing. It takes you away from the real world.
Did you ever read like Lord of the Rings and things?
Oh yeah,
Did you?
read them when I was little. Yeah, and The Hobbit, and so I've got a copy of my mum's Lord of the Rings book, which is obviously the 3-in-1
Yeah.
book, and it is so tatty because she used to read it like non-stop.
Really?
Yeah, hardback, and I've had to like rebind it and everything. It's
Wow.
awful. But yeah, all of those sort of books. But yeah,
Favourite individual book?
favourite individual book, I think would be Magician, the first one.
The first book.
The first one, yeah. Mainly not because of the actual content of the book itself, but because what it's going to lead on to.
Yeah.
So I think my friend Mike gave me that book and said, "I'll give this a read." And I was hooked. It was an incredible book. Really
Wow.
was, yeah. And then obviously I discovered there was 20 odd other books.
That's a big series of books.
It is.
It's a commitment. That
yeah,
is.
it's just the first 3 now are needing first edition hardbacks. It's a bit expensive. Worst book.
Yes.
Quite happily tell you worst book.
Go on.
I used to work with a team of ladies at an insurance company.
Please don't tell me they made you read 50 Shades of Grey.
You are exactly correct.
Ooh. Did you try and start?
They kept saying, read it, it's well good, read it, it's well good. Some of the worst written story I've ever attempted to read.
How on earth did that become such a massive hit?
Because it's just got sex in it.
But there's so many books like that. There's surely is what makes
Well,
it
it
so
was more of a
different.
taboo sex more than your Mills and Boons and stuff. But I made it about halfway through, 3/4 of the way through the first book.
He didn't even have a hard on, so he had to put it down.
Oh no, I'd knocked a few out. The reason I stopped halfway,
Because the pages are stuck together.
No, I'd been ripping the pages out and using them to catch my fizz. No, excuse me. No, it was just written awfully, just like so bad,
Yeah, that's it.
and I could not honestly bring myself to read any more of it. It was just.
But there are books that are. There are books in all genre. For instance, a friend of ours got given for Christmas a book, it's like a Japanese sort of like porn book called. What is it called?
It wasn't some tentacle porn.
Her cat. Hugh cow.
That's
Hugh
it.
cow. It's
So
called.
stereotypical
It's like
of you.
Basically, she's a human cow.
Why is that stereotypical?
Japanese, so it's got to have tentacles in.
Japanese are famous for their
They do like a bit of
tentacle
tentacle.
porn.
So what I'm saying, basically, what I'm trying to say is that there's a genre for everything. So there's, and it's not like it was this revelation that came out. It was the most incredibly well written book ever. I mean, I don't know what the genesis of its of its growth was? Was it like on a TV?
I don't know.
Right.
It might have been on one of like Oprah's
Yeah,
book clubs or something like that.
And then
yeah.
suddenly, because all I knew is that people would just say, "I just want to see what the fuss is about."
Yeah.
I'm just going to read it, see what the fuss is about. People that would never read.
Yeah.
When I used to work with, I'm just going to read it, see what the fuss is about. It's like, why? I don't know where that fuss came from and why. I always find that book's particularly baffling. Why that book just became.
Well, if you ever do decide to read it,
Nah.
I tell you that the writing is awful. The way she compiles the story is awful.
Yeah.
Just
Drivel.
just absolute dirt. I couldn't bring myself to read the end of it.
That says it all.
Yeah, it really does. What about you, Ethan? Favourite book?
So,
Can you read?
I don't really read much. I used to read when I was younger.
So is it like young adult books for you then? Things like
Yeah, so I don't really read now. The last probably book I read, so my autobiography, Jamie Vardy's.
Jamie Vardy. Oh,
It was actually
that's
really,
a book.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Just because obviously I love Leicester, so finding stuff when he was talking about when they won the Premier League and stuff, I thought it was brilliant.
Have you read the 5,000
Whose
to
book was
1?
that? Jamie
Jamie
Vardy. Did you
Vardy's.
say, sorry.
Have you read that?
Yes,
It's a
yes,
good
I
book.
have.
I've got
is
it
quite
at
a
home.
good
I haven't
book.
read it yet.
There's no illusions there, is there?
No,
He
yeah.
he is exactly who you think he's, who he thinks he is. There's no depth to it. Just to interrupt, you talk
You're
about.
saying there's no depth to Jamie Vardy.
No,
Do you think he wrote the book himself, or was it?
he
ghostwriter?
didn't know? It was definitely ghostwritten.
Okay.
But I had Tyson Fury's book as well, and that was the same. I expected some revelations because I've read quite a lot. Because I'm a fan of mixed martial arts. I've read quite a lot
I like
of.
mixed martial arts.
Do you?
We
Oh,
should
we'll
do-
talk
we
about
should
that in a
perhaps
moment.
do-
We should
we should
perhaps
perhaps
do a
do a-
mixed martial arts podcast.
A podcast on that. Let us know what you think, people. Mixed martial arts podcast.
But when like all the fighters started to become quite famous, when you Tito Ortiz and you Chuck Liddell's back in the day, and they all wrote books, I read them, and some of them were brilliant. They had some really good revelations in. I was really disappointed with the Tyson Fury one because I know that he fell out with his uncle, who was his trainer,
Yeah.
and all things like this that happened.
And he doesn't go into any of it.
He just says it happened. There's no.
No
This
context
is really
to
what.
it.
Yeah, it's very sort of across the
I
surface
suppose
of
with
his
people
career.
like that though, they've got to be careful what they say.
No,
Yeah, but that's why you read-
Jamie
that's-
Vardy, I definitely.
but
think
that's why
does.
you read
He's
an
in
autobiography.
that place, isn't he, where if he was saying, "Oh yeah, we're doing all these drugs and stuff like that," it'd probably ruin his career.
He's got a song named after him. That's got
Well, yeah,
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
just a football
Yeah,
chant.
I
Everyone
know.
knows he does it, but I don't think he's going to come out openly.
I
and say,
don't know
"Oh,
that he
I've
does.
done
I think that's speculation and possibly,
yeah, I don't.
The,
Yeah, no one knows.
I don't know.
No
You
one
read his
knows
book
for
and it
sure.
does. You do.
He
think,
does allude to a little bit
Yeah.
of naughtiness.
But anyway, we stumped all
So
over
I was-
yours.
yeah.
Jamie Vardy for your
because
favourite.
you just love talking to
We-
each
I
other,
know, I'm
don't you?
sorry. Yeah.
That's pretty much
Might as
what
well
we
just
do
call me the Jim and John
most of the
show.
time. The Jim and John show. Let us know, people. You want to hear the Jim and John show?
So my best collection of books would be the Alex Rider books.
Oh,
Which
they're
is,
the
the
young
Spy
007
series,
ones, aren't
yeah.
they?
Oh yeah.
We watched the film.
I was
They
going to say they made a film
yeah.
of that, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed them.
Yeah,
when I was
they-
younger,
they-
but I don't
they-
really read
What
much
about Captain
anymore.
Underpants?
Yeah, I used to read
I
them
love
all the
Captain
time. Captain
Underpants.
Underpants, Die Wimpy Kid.
Cat in the Hat.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really read now, so.
What's the... I know we stumbled all over his point again,
Because your asses.
because we are arses.
Yeah.
Books you used to read to Ethan when he was little and Alyssa. Do you remember any of them?
Yeah. Roald Dahl. All the Roald Dahl books.
All the Roald Dahls,
They had
obviously,
all the Roald Dahl books. When
Oh,
they were
yeah,
really,
Emmerdale then,
SEO
yeah.
Trot. and
when they
stuff
were
like
really
that.
young,
I
that's
love
when like Julia Donaldson and what was his name and things like the Gruffalo and stuff was for first out. Room on the Broom. So all of those sort of books. The kids used to love them. We've given them now to like nieces and nephews and stuff. So it's quite nice to go around and see them because they're quite young and read them the same stories that these guys got read. And Alyssa had some as well. I can't remember who wrote them. And they were it was about a young girl who was like kept having these weird like criminal type in adventures in Cornwall, set in St Ives. And obviously we've been to St Ives, and that's where my brother-in-law and sister-in-law live, and niece and nephew. So yeah, she used to like them.
Oh, nice. So
what about you?
mine was I read all the normal ones, so the Roald Dahls and
Yeah.
all of that. But Magic Faraway Tree. Was
Oh
also,
yeah, I remember them.
Read
yeah.
them to the kids when they were
Yeah.
little. And there was also two books that I'll always remember is Are You My Mother? No idea who the author is,
Yeah.
and it's basically about a little duck that keeps going around asking things if it's the mother.
Oh okay.
So it asks a crane,
Right.
not a bird, like metal crane, that thing, stuff like that. Are You My Mother?
Yeah.
And Bears in the Night. Did you ever read Bears in the
I
Night?
don't think so. No.
So my dad used to read that to me, and it scared me when I was little.
So
no.
talking about
Yeah.
books.
Have you been googling stuff?
Yeah. So these are talking about like kids' books. Have you heard of these kid books that people have been like buying and reading all over Facebook and that? So this is one of them. It's called "Do You Want to Play with My Balls?"
Oh yes, let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, I did see
There's
those.
another one's called Brendan's beaver needs a barber.
There was a book that
That's
came
so
out
good.
recently that hit.
Another one called
Oh, sorry.
Put Tony's Nuts in your mouth.
Oh dear.
So we should definitely buy these and read these.
That'd be great. We could do a dramatic reading.
Yeah.
In fact, talking of dramatic readings, have you heard someone wrote a book called "Would You Just Go to Fucking Sleep"?
Yes, I did.
And
Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson
Yeah, he
done a
did,
dramatic
yeah.
reading for it. We bought that book for a couple of friends of ours because they've got a daughter who's notoriously up all night long. It's the best book ever.
Yeah.
It's the best book ever. It's really well written as well. Actually, it's all rhyming, but obviously at the end of it, it's just go to fucking sleep.
There was a book that came out recently. I can't remember the name of the book, but it was plastered all over Facebook for very good reason. And it was I think it was a book aimed at boys, so a book for young boys. And,
Yeah.
and it asked what the question it asked was, what are women's boobs for? Did you see that one?
No.
And he said the answer was, there's two reasons for them.
Yeah.
One for feeding babies,
Yeah.
but more importantly, they look nice and they attract boys. I think
Are
was the
you
answer.
fucking shitting
I
me?
am not
Is
shitting you.
Is this a real book or an
That was
old
on
book,
sale
or-
this year.
F off.
No, it's for real. Aimed at young boys. That's bad.
That is bad.
You know when, like, in society, you feel like you're taking steps forward, and then
Shit
something
like
like
Yeah,
that.
but I think
just
that was probably a
happens.
joke because who would generally publish that? What publisher would be
I will
like?
find it for you. And we'll,
Yeah, I know, but what?
We'll perhaps.
But they probably made it as thinking, oh yeah, this is a joke. No one's going to
Yeah,
publish this.
perhaps maybe it was a joke. I don't
Yeah.
know.
no, I don't know about that.
Either way.
So
Who knows?
another question we've got: favorite drink?
Tea.
Tea. Fair enough. What about you, Jim?
Whatever. No.
Is that what you're going to go with?
if someone said
No,
to me,
we're not saying that's the only thing you can drink for the rest of your life.
but surely that then denotes what your favourite drink is.
So
No,
what,
we'll
we'll
go
go
in-
in-
Or is
no,
that specifically
so
what's your
your
favourite alcoholic drink?
No,
so
it's
yeah. We'll do that. What is your favourite just normal drink? Tea. You say
Tea. Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing you go
yeah.
to the most is tea.
I
if there's one
tea all
drink
day
I could
long.
drink for the rest of my life, then tea.
Yeah.
But I prefer rum.
I was going
But-
to ask though. I was going to ask.
But
you could do that as a
I can't
separate.
drink that for the rest of my life every day because
No, you-
I would then be an alcoholic and dead.
Yeah, you'd be dead.
And then obviously, if I need to drive anywhere, screwed. So,
Human
but
milk.
if someone said to you, "What would you like to drink?"
What now?
Well, maybe now. Yeah.
Okay. If we go with alcoholic drink,
Go on then.
then the big three for me, the big three alcoholic drinks that I enjoy are beer, gin and tonic, and whiskey.
So mine would be beer, gin, and rum.
Okay. James.
Mine would be rum.
But my beer could mix with vodka. I could change from
What,
beer
is
to
it in-
vodka now and then. When I go out, it's cheaper to have vodka than it is rum.
Okay.
Mine would be rum,
Yeah.
whiskey,
Yeah.
and beer.
Nice. In that order.
Mm,
No, you'd always have the beer first.
no, it'd be rum, beer, whiskey.
Interesting.
No,
No?
I don't know. It's definitely rum first, and the other two can switch
You
around
do like
all you
rum.
like.
You do like. I can answer for Ronnie actually because I know anything sweet or anything mixed with Coke. Well, you. James just showing us something on his screen share and about that book did exist.
It did.
Wow, that is some scary shit.
So
Yeah.
talk about beverage. What kind of dinner would you favourite dinner you'd have with that beverage? So your favourite food?
My favourite food
Oh, my favourite
of all
food.
time. My
So I
favourite
say
food.
food, but we'll say dinner.
Meal.
Yeah, like your favourite sort of. If you were death row,
Are we on death row?
and they said your last
Death
meal.
row meal. Does it have to be a 3-course meal? Can it be a 3-course meal?
No, it could
it
just be
doesn't have to
anything.
be whatever
It could be-
you want.
What do you want on your death row meal? Because
Okay.
they will make you anything.
So
Literally, you
There
could
is a
ask for
limit,
like
isn't
4
there,
different
obviously?
meals. No, I don't think there is a limit.
there's one thing that I always said would be on my death row meal. There's a.
Did you hear about? Oh, just to put in there about talk about nonsense again.
No, we weren't. When were we talking
No,
about
I'm talking about
nonsense.
nonsense again from previous. If you listen to it,
Obsessed.
apparently there was a nonce that was on death row that actually asked for a kid as his final meal. He played the system.
Really?
He asked for a little boy. You
Wow.
sure?
They couldn't refuse him.
you sure you didn't have
played
some
the
baby back
system.
ribs? And it just got took out of context. I'll
Apparently-
have some baby back. No!
That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
Whereas-
I don't know if that's necessarily
You see,
true.
that reminds me. We talk about again when we're talking about TV shows about Brass Eye, the paedophile special, and there was that paedophile that
We need to stop talking about pedophiles.
for his punishment, they put him in a spaceship and launched him into space to orbit the Earth for the next 12 years. But unfortunately, he managed to get locked up with an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah,
And
that's
NASA,
right.
and NASA spokesman said it was the worst thing that could have happened.
Now, also, and apparently, and I have no idea whether it's true, but it always made me not chuckle, but I don't know. Apparently, Hitler's PA in her will asked the last thing that she wanted in her will was for them to burn Poland. Now, whether that's true or not.
Jesus.
Cannibal paedophile's last meal. Texas cannibal paedophile death row inmate requests a child as his last meal.
Love it.
Does he get one?
But,
And that's what he looks like.
I think he's ate enough babies there. He looks like a fat bastard.
Wow.
Yeah, literally.
Right, John, your death row meal. Go.
So there's an Indian restaurant in Leicester called the Paddy Martin Inn, and they have a starter called salt and pepper prawns.
What are they?
Quite possibly
the
the
nicest
greatest mouthful
things
of food
Ever. They
Ever.
come out sizzling.
and
Oh.
they are. I mean, there's a lot of places that do prawns, sizzling prawns. These are out of this world. So definitely them, and then definitely my favourite food. I mean, obviously when you're in the mood for different foods, that's one thing. But generally, overall, the main consensus for me is fish chips and mushy peas. Chip
I
shop
was gonna
fish
say
chips
that.
and mushy peas.
I
Yeah.
do love
By the
fish and chips.
seaside.
Love it.
I mean, the mushy peas can fuck off because they're dirt.
Remember the ones we had in Liverpool? They were well nice. Can you remember?
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
yeah. You do tend to, the further north you get and the further towards the coast, the better the fish and chips become. In fact, when you're on the coast, if you do get shit fish and chips, you almost want to punch someone.
Yeah, no, it's
you know
it's
what?
like sacrilege then,
It's
isn't
sacrilege.
it?
As
Yeah.
much as everyone hates Skegness, I think it's got going for it. It's got nice fish and chips.
Good
If you're at the seaside,
Yeah.
if you're at the coast,
It's that
at the
one
seaside,
fish and chip shop that everyone goes to.
you've got to have fish and chips, and you've got to have like donuts
And
because-
ice cream.
and
Oh,
an ice
yeah.
cream. But
That is
more importantly,
Skegness, isn't it?
more importantly, the donuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your dessert? Are you having a sweet dessert or are you having a cheese board?
So you're saying you'd
Oh,
have.
fucking hell.
You're having a
That
cheese
is
board,
good
didn't you?
question.
So what you're saying? You'd
I'd
have the
probably have a-
sizzling prawns for starter.
Yeah,
Your
fish
fish
and
and
mushy
chips for
peas,
main.
and then I think I'd have a cheese board, and then a vanilla milkshake for like a Ben and Jerry's
yeah,
vanilla milkshake.
okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, like from a cinema or something.
Yeah.
Them days, miss them cinema days.
What about you? What are you eating?
Cock.
What? Did you say cock?
So for starter, it'd have to be. What would I go for? Not a cock. It's not I'm a celeb.
Okay, sorry.
Probably have to go tomato soup. 'Cause
You
I
do love soup.
I love soup. For
That,
starter,
I was
Just
expecting
love soup.
something
no.
like really,
Soup's my thing.
but
Yeah,
I
he
could
does
just
love
eat
soup.
soup all the time.
What, like a Heinz cream of tomato soup?
No, it'd have to be homemade, like from a pub.
Oh, like
Pub
a
soup.
proper, like
Yeah, with like
okay.
croutons in it
Oh, nice.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
what stuff? Like a bit of basil on the top.
Yeah, a bit basil.
Bit of basil. Can't go wrong with a bit of basil.
Minish
Remember
road.
that soup I had in Poland that came in a bread bowl? The bowl
Yes,
was made of bread.
that was pretty
You never
sweet.
done that yourself?
fantastic.
That was pretty
Buy
sweet.
yourself some and just fill up a...
Yeah, but it was
Hmm.
well filling. I couldn't finish the bowl.
Yeah.
I felt bad though because I'm obviously going to lob the bowl away.
Yeah, that was well good.
So yeah, then I think definitely fish and chips as well.
Yeah.
And for pudding, it'd have to be sticky toffee pudding with ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
Good call. I like a sticky toffee bud.
I do not.
What?
Yeah, you're weird. There's stuff that you like.
If
that
no one's
you
ever,
should
Jim's
like
a
that
fat
you
man.
don't.
Jim is a fat man.
You'll realise I'm a fat bloke when I go through mine in a minute.
But we don't know how he's fat.
Naming
sometimes.
all the brands.
Go for it.
So, no, my... Are we going to do starter, main and dessert?
I think so.
Okay, so starter.
We're going to go Mackey's starter, KFC for me.
No, actually I will, yeah. For starter, I will have
Breakfast.
a Mackey's breakfast.
How many hash browns you having?
All of them.
As many as they
To
can
be
cook.
fair.
You know when you get to like the window or you're out with the counter and you go, can I have da-da-da? And they go, anything else? I'd just go, yeah, all the hash browns.
All of them. How
And
many
they
you
go,
got
go,
there?
how
What
many?
is it with Mackey's hash browns?
They're just
overall every
they
hash
put
brown in the
cocaine in.
world. It's got to be some sort of drug, hasn't
They
it?
are amazing.
They are great. So yeah, I'd have
But
that.
what
from-
makes it taste so good compared to everyone else?
I think genuinely with Macca's, it's the oil they fry stuff in.
it must be.
I think
yeah.
the oil they fry stuff in adds a flavour because it's the same with like Maryland chicken. Maryland chicken is like a dirty chicken restaurant
Oh,
you get in
dirty
the
chicken, I
Leicestershire.
love it.
But whatever they use to fry their stuff in just adds a flavour. Whether it's just because it's about 7 months old, the oil.
Oh, the oil's like
Probably that.
it's black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's black in the cooking squirrels. But yeah,
Nice. It's all
no,
that
so,
name.
yeah, it'd be a quadruple sausage and egg muffin meal. I think all that sausage, loads of hash browns,
The
and
hash
an
browns,
orange
man.
juice.
Do you know
Nice
what
fresh
they don't do
orange juice.
anymore? I don't know if
Fresh
it's because of COVID, but you have the breakfast wraps.
The breakfast wrap is rubbish.
I really liked them, but they've stopped them now, I think. But I don't know if that's to do with COVID.
I'm assuming so. I don't
Because
know.
they do now a breakfast roll instead.
If you're listening to this in 30 years' time, COVID is a particular time of life, and around 2020.
Stop lying to him, John. COVID is a bloke that used to run around the countryside in England, stabbing people with a 12-inch dildo. Fucking COVID's on here again.
If it was, I want to get it.
That'd be your breakfast then, Mackie's breakfast.
No, that'd be my starter.
Your starter, sorry. Your
Mackie's
starter,
breakfast.
yeah.
And I honestly cannot fault you on the fish and chips.
It's perfect, and it's such a British thing.
It
as
is,
well.
But if I was to say to you, a big Costco pizza? Or an
No,
Asda pizza?
no, pizza. I fucking love pizza.
You do love pizza?
I do love a pizza.
Yeah, but what?
But
Because
if it's my
oven pizza's just nasty.
Domino's is probably my favourite
Oh,
pizza.
but I prefer like a takeaway, like a
They are
Romano's.
takeaway.
Pizza.
Romano's are good.
I think they're so much better. They're more greasier, more cheese.
You mean
think-
like dirty chip shops?
Yeah,
like
I think
pizza?
Domino's are a bit. I remember walking in Domino's once, and they actually had a sign at the back where they cooked the pizza saying "Use less toppings."
Really?
Yeah.
No,
They're using too much.
Domino's pepperoni pizza is just incredible.
Yeah.
But
I like that.
if I'm having my last meal, I don't
Yeah.
really want to go out on pizza. I
No.
want to go out on some traditional British fish and chips.
it has to be a massive
Yeah.
match.
And the
chip.
chips have got to
Look
be.
at that. All
Yeah,
three of us
unlimited
with the same-
chips, unlimited chips, like at the Rapley
Yeah, but
restaurant.
listen, now,
not
what kind-
Rapley, Rothley, that restaurant in Rothley where it's unlimited chips.
Oh, the time and place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
What kind of chips are you talking? Big, fat, thick chips?
Yeah, it's
No,
gotta-
just textbook chippy chips, not
Yeah.
too thick, but chippy. But and this is what
I don't like the ones.
And
I
I
don't
like
like.
a few crispy ones.
I don't
as
like the
well.
ones that are like wedges, like big.
No,
chunk-
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Not
no,
massively
I'm not.
fat.
I'm not a fan of that. I
And
like
this
a
is
bit
just-
of grease in them.
No,
And
just
not
a message-
steaming on, just not like
Yeah.
perfect.
Like you can pick them up and not go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't think you loses the taste when it's steaming.
Yeah.
Because you're too busy focusing on your mouth.
But I wouldn't have any mushy peas.
You don't like much.
I'd get rid of that. I might have a little curry sauce I can
A
dip
little
my
bit of
chips
curry
in.
sauce. I'd have all.
Yeah.
I'd have. I mean,
Bit of gravy as well.
and curry sauce. Rach likes a gravy, so we
Yeah.
usually get all three.
I might even have cheese on my chips. I don't know. I'm a crazy man. Do you like cheesy chips?
But all chip shops need to just
I love a
note
pub,
this.
pub fish and chips as well.
Yeah, the fish is always good. The chips are always
Yeah.
just like bag like
Bag of,
frozen chips.
home fried sort of thing.
Don't know.
So-
It depends where you go. Because the Bull's Head and Rapley, they're well nice. And the
Yeah, but if you got
portions
all
are
your
massive.
big chains, like your what they call
Stamford do quite nice.
Whitbreads and your
Oh,
Everards
like,
will
yeah,
just be
your Royals, yeah.
yeah. Then your breweries, then they're just standard.
But chips need to be golden, not yellow.
Yeah.
So chips and fish, just when like if you're a chip shop owner, just cook them till they're golden. Like that's so they taste of like you get that caramelisation.
Yeah.
Don't-
Best chips I think I've had is Black Country Museum.
No, they're brilliant because obviously they're fried in beef dripping.
Yeah.
You fry anything in any
And
kind
all
of
the
dripping.
batter bits you get.
Yeah.
All the
Bag,
crack-
literally
yeah,
a bag of
yeah,
batter.
the bag of
bit.
scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
think the best
nice.
fish and chips I've ever had. I still remember. Do you remember when we went to York? We were up in York and we went to Paisley Bridge when Rach had mumps.
Oh,
And we
yeah,
sat in the
yeah.
car and
Rach
had
had
fish and
mumps?
chips.
Yeah.
Yes.
She bought it in the
scared-
1920s.
She scared a lot of kids. One side of her face was massive. One side of her face was huge.
She got scurvy on the
Yeah.
boat ride over.
We went there quite a few
Exactly.
times, didn't we? That place.
Yeah. That I mean, they were amazing. I
The
just
best fish
remember
and
them
chips
being
I've had
amazing.
was in Ipswich.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I went down to old head office.
I remember you telling.
Yeah, incredible fish. Well expensive.
But
I won't pay him,
I was
so I
going to
didn't
say,
care.
yeah.
So I didn't care. For dessert,
Oh yeah, dessert.
I would have a lemon meringue pie made by my mum, which was just incredible.
A lemon meringue pie.
Yeah, lemon meringue pie made by my mum. I'd then also have a Victoria sponge made by my dad,
Oh, Victoria
Nice.
sponge cake. Can't go
and
wrong
then
with that.
Victoria sponge is my favourite.
and then a
cake, yeah.
cheese board as well. Because
Oh yeah, fighter, Jim.
you've seen me, I could put all of that away, no problem. Then still go. I'm a little bit peckish.
The
Bring
thing
me that
is,
doner kebab.
if you're on death row, do they kill you after you've finished all your food?
Yeah, can you imagine the person that has to clean up the shit?
You bastard. Yeah. Can you imagine?
Especially
Slowly
electric chair,
deflating.
you would shit yourself.
The needle, you know.
Just explained.
There are not many
Yeah,
electric
yeah.
chairs anymore. Are
No.
I know, but back then when they properly did that, it was all.
It'd be worse if you.
Do you know there was
if
a- there was a-
if
there
you
was
were
a-
hand-
There was I think it might have been a podcast I was listening to, a Radiolab podcast many moons ago. And they had to stop killing people on death row with using the lethal injection because there was they give you a cocktail of drugs, don't they? It's like
Yeah.
3 injections.
and people stopped giving their drugs.
Yeah, it was a
they didn't want
pharmaceutical
it- they didn't
place. I
want
think it was in
it- yeah.
Belgium. And when they were told by
What
a
it was gonna be
reporter
for.
that it was going to be, they were like, I don't know if because they're a pharmaceutical company, they also have to abide by like a Hippocratic type oath.
I don't know. I think they just didn't want to be
They
associated.
didn't want to be
with the death
associated.
of
Yeah, so they were just
people.
like, yeah, we're not giving you any more drugs
Yeah.
to kill people with now. I mean, just they go.
Where do you stand? I mean, this is massively off topic.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on capital corporate?
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not in agreement. I'm not. I
It
think
depends.
I think
I don't know.
for me anyway. If the first time it ever fails, and if it only fails the only time, then it's wrong. If you kill one person who you shouldn't have killed, then it fails. It's completely failed.
But what if you say sorry after?
How sorry are you?
Like what if you're like real sorry?
Like pretty please sorry with cherries on top.
I mean,
sort of
I'd
thing.
eat the cherries, but pretty please sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah,
I don't know.
I think you get away with
Yeah,
that. That's
I
all
think
right
if
then.
there was that fear, then you would get a little less.
Man, no, because in
That-
America there's the death penalty in a lot of
Not ev-
states.
no.
In a lot of the states.
Yeah, but they never actually kill them straight away. do they?
Fear of punishment.
Trump's
does
been
not-
killing people recently. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah. Fear of punishment.
Yeah, we're
doesn't
going
put
off topic.
people
We're not going politics.
Why?
With Trump.
Right.
So yeah. So you'd have.
Best sandwich. No, go on. What's the name?
So another one.
Ideal Sunday morning.
Yeah, we've got that one. Shut up.
Is that on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What would be? For some reason, we've got best Sunday and best Saturday.
Well,
So we might-
Saturday's
so
your night out, isn't it?
We'll do that. And just say weekend.
Best weekend.
Best weekend. Your perfect.
What? Oh, your
weekend.
perfect weekend or the best weekend you've ever had?
No.
Do perfect weekend.
So what would you? Yeah. What would you want your perfect weekend to be?
Perfect weekend would be wake up Saturday.
Should we do a
morning.
lockdown weekend? What would your perfect lockdown weekend be?
Oh no, because then you can't.
Perfect,
No.
perfect weekend would be to come out and realise that the COVID-19 virus has mutated and is causing people to turn into zombies. There are loads of zombies outside, and there are slow zombies like the old school.
Not
Night of the Living
28
Dead.
days later.
Not
so
World
no,
War
no.
Z zombies, no.
No, like Night of the Living
Or for the
Dead.
Americans, World War Z.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead type zombies.
Yeah. Killing with a vinyl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
drive around, pick a few mates up. You could be included in this, and basically we spend the weekend
Killing zombies.
killing zombies.
That would be incredible.
And then by Monday it's all gone again.
Yeah,
So we
'cause-
just spend.
Wouldn't
the
that be
weekend
brilliant if they
killing
literally
zombies.
just said we're going to have a month of just a zombie apocalypse?
Because I reckon there's going to be a few
Everything goes back to normal.
people that are going to be zombies, if you know what I mean. And getting kids ready with a cricket bat. Like the
See, now, I
Purge.
like the idea of that, but instead of the COVID mutating, I think it should mutate, but it doesn't affect the people that have had the vaccine.
Okay.
So it only gets anti-vaxxers.
Only gets the antivenom. That'd be nice.
And then you could just, go around and...
Nobble
But yeah,
them off.
what would you?
What are you going to do to them?
Not
Nobble
like
them off.
We said gobble them off.
So we won't say lockdown weekend, but just in general, what would your perfect weekend?
That
be?
was his perfect
That was my
regard.
perfect weekend. That would be it.
Well, just a not lockdown. COVID doesn't exist. Your
Okay,
perfect
no
weekend.
COVID then. I wake up on a Saturday morning and a strange virus
Was infected.
has infected
The UK. Well, are we going to go UK or are we just going to go local areas?
Right, you're off.
UK.
You, what would your perfect weekend be, Jim?
Well, as you know, I've got quite a couple of few hobbies I like to take. One of them being archery. So it would be nice.
So you could do that with zombie.
It would be
invasion.
nice to like wake up on a Saturday morning, realise there's been some horrific mutation going on in the world.
God's sake.
Get my bow and arrow. Go out,
Shoot
jump
some
in the car,
zombies.
grab John,
Can I just
get
pose a
his
question,
shotgun.
James?
Yeah.
Zombie invasion.
Yep.
You're allowed one golf club.
Ooh.
What are you going to use?
Well, you can take your driver. Actually, no. I'm going to take a 3-iron. Yeah.
Why the 3i? Because you get the flatter face.
Get the flat. Well, it's not as flat as a driver or your 3-wheeler, but it's
More weight than a driver though.
it's a lot weightier, and it's less likely to break.
What about your putter?
No, I've hit a golf ball really hard with a putter, and the head came off and nearly killed Deke. It whizzed past his head. No, but the putter's shorter. You've got to
Yes.
think these
Well,
zombies
yeah,
don't want to bite in you. You want to.
That's true. You want to keep my arms
Get
length.
you to. I mean, if I can get a driving iron, that'd be even better. A 1-iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, smash people up with that. So perfect weekend. Wake up with a woman I love.
Where's Wheeze?
Or if she's not around, Louise. I'm joking. So wake up with a woman I love. And thankfully, she's gone out and bought me a McDonald's breakfast. And I'm sitting there thinking, am I on death row? But I'm not. Get up, have the McDonald's breakfast, go out, see some friends, perhaps have brunch. I don't know, maybe a greasy cafe.
Nice.
Bit of brunch.
We all have a full English, don't we?
Yeah,
Greasy
so who
cat.
doesn't?
Oh yeah.
Except for
Perfect.
black pudding, mushrooms, beans.
Just without the mushrooms, but
Yeah.
black pudding and beans, perfect.
I tell you what, I really do enjoy is not walking. Hate that. Fat. Don't like it.
What if you're in a wheelchair?
No.
Being pushed around in a bath chair.
No, but what I do
Things
like
that, basket chair.
is I do like a brook walk.
Oh, I do like a brook walk.
do like
we had
a
a
brook
good
walk.
brook
We
walk
did.
this summer.
And
Wow.
it was a lot of fun. So Welly's on, and just find a brook or
So to explain to the listeners, a brook walk is literally just
walking down a brook.
find a brook or small river of some sort.
Small river.
Yeah. And walk through it, walk down it with your wellies on.
Wee wellies.
Try
and-
not to get wet or fall over.
like I did on the way in last time. Yeah, do that. Have a bit of a wander.
Yeah.
Then have a nice little pub lunch, or just a cheese board.
Yeah.
Some drinks, and then sitting down in the evening with mates
Yeah.
while the missus is with her mates dancing away. She enjoys that. I'd sit outside, enjoy a lovely cigar, some rum, some whiskey.
Sounds good.
That's a good Saturday. And then Sunday, just sleep all day,
Sleep most of
sleep
the day.
most of it,
watch
and
loads of TV.
then watch loads of films in the evening
Yeah.
from the comfort of my bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I suppose if there's no zombie invasion, I think the Saturday being quite active, I think would be quite good. I'd like to go for like climb a mountain of some sort, like a Snowdon, or go for a big long walk. Accomplish something in the Saturday that makes you have earned that Sunday rest. Then go out on Saturday night or a big party, whatever if it's Saturday night. Get bladdered. Sunday morning, big fat breakfast. Spend the day doing fuck all.
Yeah,
What
Sunday
about
doing
you,
nothing.
Ethan?
What about you, Ethan? What are you fancying?
It's mine to be spending it with Molly, obviously, because I don't really get to see her much anymore.
She hates you.
So yeah,
Well,
she just
because
can't stand me.
it's because she broke up with you and told her to leave her
Yeah,
alone.
just be in the bush.
And you need to stop
sitting
stalking
outside
her.
her house.
So when you say spending it with Molly, is that sitting in your car?
Is this after you've killed her?
Yeah, I go psycho.
Yeah.
Secretly dress up as Molly.
Exactly. Yeah. Mother.
No, but yeah, I'd wake
Mother.
I'd spend it with Molly.
It's like
literally
weekend at Bernie's in his weekend.
do-
Sorry,
we
yeah.
like to go for a walk, so we walk down Bradgate Park all the time. So I'd walk around there in the morning.
So just to cut in there, have you been there recently? They've started doing waffles in the little.
Yeah, we never buy.
Oh, give them a go.
We have been there
I
recently.
mean, this is coming from a fat man. This is a recommendation. Waffles good.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll walk down Bradgate Park, probably go then drive to Mackey's, get a Mackey's breakfast, because
But guess what happens when you come out of Bradgate?
Zombies.
No, I come screeching past in my car going, "Get in!"
Zombies.
Molly
Molly
at this point has already passed all of her army.
And she's got a machine gun.
She's packing. So she can drive by as we're driving through Newtown Linford, capping zombies. She might catch the odd pedestrian as we're going along.
They need to get out of the way.
Damage.
they're all
It's
holding new talent. You're not going to know, are
It's collateral damage. And
They
then-
should know better. Get out of the way. The zombies.
So
are out.
yeah, you're going to stop butting in now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I talk.
Sorry.
It's not the Jim and John show.
Quiet time. Quiet time, John.
Sorry.
So yeah, and then
Zombies. Crack on.
you look a bit like a zombie.
I am a zombie.
I've lost my head now. I lost where I was.
Just come out of Bradgate Park.
You're coming out of Bradgate. You
Get
went
Mackey's
McDonald's.
breakfast.
Mackey breakfast. What are you having at Mackey's?
Double sausage egg.
Double sausage eggs. It's
About 4 hash browns or.
Four. Nice. Not all of them. Don't want them all.
Can't have all of them because
Some fat
We're
bastard
not
ordered them
for
first.
yeah.
Some fat bastard
I
got
don't
it
know
for
what
you.
Molly would have actually because she's vegetarian, isn't she?
She'd have
Probably
the
just some
egg
hash
muffin.
browns and then, yeah, egg
An
muffin, yeah. Then probably go home, watch some Death in Paradise because we like watching that together,
Nice.
and then wait and go out. I love going out.
Going out or around
out,
someone's
out,
house?
proper out in town with
Ooh.
my mates because me and Molly just. We're actually talking about that today that we like, yeah, miss
Day
going clubbing.
exchange.
Going in,
Oh, 8, 9, 1,
50. Sorry, not with Jim John. So going out in the evening.
go fan club, and just get bladdered on cheap booze.
Cheap blues. Fan club.
Yeah, I love fan club.
Yeah.
Nice.
You didn't think that'd be your sort of music?
Oh, it's perfect.
That time when City won 9-0.
Southampton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went out with I was working with Glenn.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Guess who I seen dancing in the corner on his own?
Yeah.
My
I
dad.
wasn't on my own. I was on my own.
Yeah. You're never on your own if you.
That was weird. I just
It's
turned
so
around
funny.
and you were dancing on your own. I was like, what is going on?
I created some shapes.
Yeah, that was a good
And then what
night,
you do for your
actually.
Sunday?
Just
recovering.
chill, yeah.
Big Sunday roast.
Recover. Do you know what? I like Sunday roast, but I get bored of them.
If
I have them
you had to
every
choose between, if you had to
Sunday.
choose between a fat full English in the like brunch time, and then a lighter dinner, or a lighter breakfast and a fat roast.
Breakfast all the way,
Breakfast.
and then dinner. A light dinner.
Yeah. Mainly because
Sunday dinner's just a boring.
if it's a proper Sunday dinner, I'll be cooking it.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Christmas dinner, it's always me.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
So, just a quick one then. So yours is walk, Bragger.
I'm really sorry for that noise. My dad just bobbed his pants.
Did he?
I think.
John, do you
I
need to
have
treat your
not-
trousers?
I have not soiled myself.
Okay.
We wouldn't be
That's
surprised.
the onset of the zombie thing there.
I'm just preparing.
Okay. Getting rid of the excess.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
like a basic sort
Yeah.
of favourite. But
Yeah.
everyone has their extreme where they'd like to go abroad or something.
Oh
like
God, yeah,
that,
yeah. We're just talking.
Just
Your
basic.
standard
yeah, that'd be-
basic.
Nothing the zombies that extreme. I've been to Colville.
So talk about like going on holiday.
They're not zombies. They're just they're like frog people with the web fingers.
What would be a favourite holiday you've? Well, one of our questions is what's favourite holiday you've been on?
New York.
See, I don't know.
I think Poland was really good.
Yeah, I'd say Poland, just because it was like my first holiday with Molly as well.
Yeah, but I did like New York.
And we got bladdered that first night on
Yeah.
Poland, like really
I know,
bad.
Yeah, I was so sick.
I don't know. I've been on a lot of holidays with,
So have
with
I. I've been to loads of different, like,
lads.
a lot of.
lots of different places. I don't think it was necessarily the destination. It's just who it's with.
What was fun? Yeah, what was the best time?
Oh, I don't know. We had a really good time in the south of France
Yeah.
with the lads. Yeah, went to the Côte d'Azur. That was just like a Top Gear really challenge
trip.
thing. Yeah, it's like very much like one of those. Lots of shit kicked off. People going to hospital, flashing the junk around because he had a fit, and yeah, really good. But recently, Vegas. So went Vegas when I was what 37, 38.
Perfect age.
And then once I went there on my 40th with the lads. And the last time we went, we did LA. Then we drove to San Francisco, but we stopped at St. Louis Obispo, I think it was called. They had a chewing gum wall,
Nice.
chewing gum alley. So an
Oh,
alley
yeah.
that's just got chewing gum all over. It's weird, really strange place. College village,
Yeah.
towny like city place. Weird as fuck.
Bit like
But then
that.
San Francisco was incredible, and I got to go to Alcatraz, and I really enjoyed that. And then obviously Vegas at the end. So probably that one for me. And if it's not with the lads, then my honeymoon, even though it was cut short.
Did you shit your own cola?
Why was
out?
it cut short?
So went to Cuba, and it was incredible.
A few cigars.
Few cigars, lots of rum, loving it. Fourth day, I was pissing out my arsehole.
All right, yeah, we should do that now.
I
You had
had-
the shits, the holiday shits.
No,
Do you know what? I always
I didn't
get
just have the
shits when I go on
shits.
holiday.
I had to go on a drip. I physically
A
had to
rum
have,
drip.
No, I had to have medical attention. I had severe endocolitis, I think it was called,
I remember when I got food
and
poisoning.
food poisoning.
I had salmon.
and that was my honeymoon.
bad.
Yeah, I think I had that in Kenya when I was about 14.
I had
I
salmon
never
from
left
the
the
dodgy
hotel
chip
room.
shop.
But for the first 3 days, incredible place.
Yeah.
Weather was ridiculous. The beaches were lovely. The weather was fantastic. The ocean
Is
was
this somewhere I'd like to go?
clear.
Cuba.
Is it near
Beautiful.
America, isn't it, Cuba? Is that right?
Quite close, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they always threaten to nuke each other, don't they? Or
Not
something
really,
daft.
because
No.
Cuba never really had nukes that we knew of. Although they did have some small ones.
So that would be
Alleged-
what,
It was the
Allegedly.
Russians. It was the
What
Russians
was your-
putting things in,
in-
Cuba.
what about you? What would
Best holiday?
that's holiday
I
you
said
been
New
on?
York. Yeah.
Oh yeah, New York.
New York probably was like being in a movie.
Yeah.
Was literally
See,
like
it's
being-
weird.
Is that because you were filming one of those home movies?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
When we were talking to like Matt, you know, Matt, I forgot his name.
Which Matt?
You didn't. You called him Matt. That was his name.
Yeah, Matt. When he went, he said he went New Year's Eve, and he said,
Oh, Matt Brewery. Yeah,
he
yeah,
hated it.
He did because he went probably in
In the busiest time.
he went to a very busy city, and if there was a capital city of New Year's Eve, it would
That'd
be
be New York. Yeah. You
Um,
thinking big decorated trees, snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he said it was quite expensive when he went, and I think that's because the pound had really dropped, and it wasn't a lot compared to the dollar. So this is, I mean, people do talk about going to America and buying all these cheap things and things because
Yeah,
it was, but it's not like that now. It wasn't too bad when we went, but we just walked everywhere, literally walked the entire city. Didn't do anything particularly expensive, but saw everything.
Yeah.
We wanted to do everything because you never know when you're going to go back.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
we did it all. So for people that have never been, the best tip I can ever give you if you've never been is the Statue of Liberty. Don't go onto the Statue of Liberty, but you take the Staten Island ferry. It's free.
It just goes round it.
It goes right next to it, all the way to Staten Island and all the way back again. You can ride it for nothing, and on the way back you get that iconic view of the Statue of Liberty and then Manhattan in front of you.
Yeah.
as you come in, yeah, Rach was in tears. It's just like because it's that iconic image of, say, like what immigrants would have seen, like throughout the 18th, 19th century, coming into
just
like
before
New
they signed
York
the book.
City.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we saw Chinatown, Little Italy, oldest pub. Went up Empire State, did Central Park, horse cart ride, went to see New York Knicks game.
You did everything.
Yeah,
Did it
just
all.
ticked it all off.
What about you then?
Great.
Poland for you?
Yeah, Poland for the fact that I was with Molly.
Yeah.
And, like, it's quite a big step in it going first holiday with your girlfriend and something. But if you're going to talk about destination, it'd have to be Jamaica. It's just a beautiful place to go. We did so much there as well.
Again for the rum.
And the rum was incredible. The beer as well. I know like how you two don't believe that it tastes different when you're somewhere, but I thought it definitely tasted a lot nicer, the Red Stripe. And just the places we went to where Bob Marley was brought up, and went to his grave and like managed to like go not sit on it, but you're allowed to
You
like,
sat on his grave.
not sat on his grave,
God!
sat like touching his grave and stuff like
Took
that.
a piss
You're
on his
allowed to do
headstone.
that.
Yeah.
And we sat on the stone where apparently he supposedly wrote some of his music. Went in his like old
You a big
childhood
Bob Marley
house.
fan, or is it just the iconic side of it?
I do quite like Bob Marley,
Yeah.
yeah, and the iconic side of it, of course, as well.
Nice.
And just seeing how people live in that all they had like literally weed on a stick and like putting it in your face. There was a guy that came up to us called Dr. Kush with like, bags of weed trying to sell you weed. It was just brilliant, yeah.
Worst holiday? Go. I mean, if we're having best, we're having worst.
What was that holiday we went on that we had to go home because there was a massive storm?
Oh, that's when we went down to Cornwall. Yeah, that was brilliant. You were only little, weren't you?
Unless it got blown over.
Just got blown over on
in
the beach. But yeah, we were literally like we'd been there 3 days. It was like a caravan holiday. This was back when kids were really young.
Yeah.
We were poor, so it was like those £10 sun holidays.
Oh, yeah.
And we were
Never
there for
went
like
on any
3
of them
days. I
until
think
I
we were
met
like, oh, the weather's getting really bad. And it's getting worse. And me and Rach were sitting in the caravan thinking, right, if the weather's like bad again tomorrow because it was saying it was going to be like torrential, then we're only here for 2 more days. We don't want to spend all day sitting in the caravan or whatever. Let's just go home. All right, we'll see what it's like tomorrow. And literally, as we said that, the power in the whole caravan site just died. Everything died, and it didn't come back on again. So we literally just.
But there were
packed everything
zombies,
up and
though,
left. There was no zombies, which is
Fuck
what
this.
exactly. That's not what you.
But was that worst holiday or was that just?
Yeah, that was all right because we came home and had.
I was going to say, I
Halloween party.
don't.
remember a bad
I
holiday.
said that, and then I thought I don't remember. I remember things that were bad on holiday.
Yeah, you always have that where you have
Yeah.
the shits or something. I've
Yeah,
always
yeah,
had the
that
shits.
probably that when I was in Kenya and I was 14 and I probably spent out of a week, 2 weeks, I probably spent 10 days, like shitting bricks, not being able to eat a lot in bed,
Yeah,
vomiting over the balcony.
yeah. So that would be my worst as well. It was the best and worst. Yeah, the first 3 days amazing. last 4 really dog shit. Yeah.
What's next?
What's the next one we've got on there?
So we've got 2 more questions left, really. One of them is, what would your favourite sports be?
Is
But I
this-
don't know if that's favourite sports to do or watch.
Well, we could do playing or watching.
Right, so I'd say, what's your favourite sports to do?
Favourite sport to do. Do you want to go first, Johnny boy?
What would you class
you,
as sport,
You think
though?
I go first?
So,
Anything.
I don't really play a lot of sports.
You don't play
You've started playing golf. Well, you've come down
I
the driving
enjoy,
range a
yeah,
few
I
times.
enjoy going down the driving range. Used to play a lot of five-a-side. We were going to do that before COVID, but obviously COVID we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say football.
Mine would be favourite sport to play. I mean, a lot of people don't class
Would you
it as
class
a sport.
archery as sport?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the Olympics.
Oh yeah, of course,
Yeah.
yes.
Favourite sport to do would probably be golf. I do love golf.
I like. To be fair, I remember when we went. Remember that time we went with Martin.
Yes.
I enjoyed
Richard
that, and I
Wood,
enjoy actually going. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say probably golf, and been playing for quite a while with the lads on and off.
You're very good at golf.
I'm okay at golf.
You're very good at golf.
I'm okay at golf.
You're very
But
good at golf.
It's developed over the years where we go out and there'd be say 4 or 5 of us of the people that are going to be playing, and then that would perhaps be dwindled down over the years.
The thing I've found with golf,
Just a couple of us, maybe 3 of us, and now it's picked back up, and there's quite a few of us that are playing again. I mean, I've been on golf holidays, which were just incredible.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, golf to play. So, what about golf?
yeah, the thing from like people that I know that play golf and stuff that they always talk about. It's like they get really good, and then you could literally have like a 2-week break or something, and they just lose it. It seems like one of them sports.
Yeah,
where
it's
A lot of
just-
sports are like that.
Yeah.
I found shooting a lot like that. I found it. Some people pick it up quite naturally. I found it quite difficult, and if you didn't keep it up, it was like you'd have a shit day, and it'd make you not want to put your gun away and never pick it up again.
I really enjoyed shooting. I used to do like 2-2 shooting and stuff when I was in the Scouts.
Yeah.
And then I did a bit of clay pigeon shooting, and I was really quite
It was fun.
quite good at that. I really enjoyed that, but I need to get a gun license and get my own gun to do it a bit more regular.
Yeah, you've
Especially
got
with
to
this
keep
zombie
consistent.
apocalypse.
Yeah, especially well. I mean, I'll probably run out of arrows before I run out of ammo. So
Like
yeah.
you. To do, you don't really do much.
I like playing golf. I like archery as well. If I had to choose one sport forever, we're supposed to be best. I love fishing. Do like fishing.
Yeah.
I like the.
Is that a sport?
Yeah,
It's
Is it in the
classed, yeah.
Olympics?
it's not, but you can.
Then
It's
it's not a
competitive.
sport.
It's competitive.
I mean, that just seems like. I mean, this is like really bad considering
Yeah.
I play golf.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a walk. But this is yours is
It's
a
lazy
sit.
as fuck. Yeah,
Yours
it's
is a
lazy.
sit.
It's lazy as fuck, and that's why I like it. It's because you can make it as technically as you want to make it, and you can be as ruthless in trying to catch your quarry as you want to be. I mean, you could fly fish, which is standing up a lot, standing up and moving around a lot, usually waist high in water.
Yeah.
So that's quite physical activity. Or you can set your rod up, set your bait up on a lovely day, and just have it casual. Have a casual sort of sit and a chat with somebody, or sit on your own.
I'm going to say that
It's
isn't.
a mixture.
I'm going to say yes, you can have it as your favourite, but
Yeah.
what would be your second favourite that's actually a sport?
Now, probably, yeah. Obviously now it's been locked down again, but was quite getting into golf. Did really quite enjoy that. A couple of years ago, probably jiu-jitsu, but
yeah.
not the training.
Just
The
the
training
competing.
was hard. I did of the tournaments that I competed in. Yeah, I really did. It was nerve-wracking, but I did enjoy the competition because I actually, without tooting my own horn, I actually found I was quite good.
Yeah. Well, there's some
I did
people who
actually find that was
naturally
quite
like
good.
good at stuff. You know, my daughter is an amazing shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, she is. You know, put a gun in her hand. She is a cracking shot.
really.
Yeah,
Bring her on for the zombie invasion.
absolutely. So yours was football.
What about
and
watching?
to watch as well.
what about watching?
definitely
So
be-
now, for me, probably MMA or football. I don't know.
Mine would
MMA
be
and football, yeah.
Mine would
MMA,
be
football,
football,
maybe.
yeah.
I'd also play rugby as well.
I'm not a
Depending.
fan of rugby.
See, I would quite happily watch most rugby games, but I wouldn't watch all football games.
Depends if you're how
Or is he on
diehard
the
of a fan
opposite?
you are, because my step Liam will literally he supports Leicester, but he watches every football game that's
Yeah.
on. So he'll spend a Sunday just watching football.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I've
even
got-
if Leicester aren't
I know a lot
playing.
of people like that, and yeah,
Yeah, I would
I'm not really like that.
If there
but
was-
if it was
nothing
on, I'd
else-
watch it.
yeah.
But if it was Leicester, I would watch
yeah.
it. I'd
If it's Leicester, I'm watching it.
bring myself to watch it.
If it was someone else, and I'm not talking like Liverpool versus Man U
Yeah.
or Man City or anything like that. If it was
it
like,
depends actually, because they're
if
quite
it was
big
an FA
games.
Cup and it was Brentford versus, I don't know,
Sheffield United.
or Sheffield Wednesday or anything like that, I'm not turning it on.
No.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
unless
not
it's a
giving me
game.
anything.
True.
But-
Yeah, unless
but
it's
if
a
it
game
was-
that interests me, then
But if it was anyone in the Guinness Premiership or whatever Premiership it is now for rugby, then yeah, I'd probably watch it.
actually, I think I'd rather watch a blank screen than watch the rugby.
Would you?
It is a bit
I used to
boring,
quite
yeah.
like it. I did used to quite like it, but
I love playing
Um,
rugby.
no, not anymore.
Yeah.
But MMA, we could talk about that for a bit.
So yeah, what do you think about MMA? I mean, I think we've been watching it pretty much about the same sort of time. I used to get the videos from Andy Kim's
Exactly the same as me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
back in the day. So I watched UFC 1.
UFC
And
3
I
was
don't,
the first.
I don't know
one
if it was
watched.
called. I don't know if it like the tagline on it was "No holds barred" or something like that. I
There
remember
are no
seeing-
rules.
Yeah.
was the
Yeah,
tagline
something
for a
like
long
that,
while.
yeah.
All right, listen here. If we're doing an MMA topic, you can't talk here for an hour about MMA.
No, we literally just
We're going to
discussed
talk for an hour about MMA.
Because I
You've
know
watched
you
quite a
two.
few MMA fights.
You have literally sat there smirking as you said, "Let's talk about MMA."
So I've again, yeah, been a fan for however long.
Well, we've got what, 15, 20 years.
It's been going 25 years now, I think.
Yeah, so-
so there was
so going
there
all
was
the
a
way back
brief
then.
sabbatical. So I think from about UFC 10, you couldn't really watch it over here until Spike picked it up, which was probably
Bravo,
then
yeah.
on Bravo. And Spike picked
Yeah.
it up, yeah, which was probably around the UFC 40 mark.
Yeah,
So there was a period of time when it
because then they started
eluded
putting
me.
on the Ultimate Fighter, didn't they? The tough series.
Then the Ultimate Fighters.
and that was that on Bravo as well.
That was on
Yeah,
Bravo.
that
yeah.
was on Bravo as well. And there was some cracking one there, the reality TV show
And that's just talking UFC. Obviously, Pride was bigger than the UFC back in the day.
back in the day.
And that was brilliant. Used to love like that. You could get on YouTube because if you waited long enough, they pretty much you can watch them. You can watch all the old Pride
Yeah.
videos on YouTube. Well, you used to be able to before the UFC.
UFC
bought
bought them, and now you can't see shit.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but so I've tried to get you into MMA for quite a while. Why are you not a fan?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I don't really know. It's just never interested me. I'm the same with boxing. It doesn't really. It's not a
I
thing
used
that's
to love boxing.
interested me. I don't know what it is.
I was so into boxing, and obviously, not obviously, but I used to box when I was a young lad, and I was really into boxing.
I like it, and I like listening about it and stuff.
then
And
MMA
when the
came
big
along, I was
fights,
like,
but
I find MMA a lot more diverse.
Yeah.
I find it a lot more realistic, a lot more technical, and a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
I just
Oh, it is.
surprisingly,
without
I don't know
doubt.
why I've never got into it because I like stuff like that. So
And as Ronnie would call it, we'll just give him a quick shout out. He calls it competitive hugging.
he loves a bit. Of
I think the
competitive
reason I
boxing.
don't like it is because you like it so much. I just do it to annoy you.
Yeah, probably.
I think it,
yeah,
and
I
I'm
think
literally
that's
so
probably
convinced that I'm annoyed to annoy you that I just stick with it and will just refuse to watch it.
right. Yeah, you're probably right. Same with a lot of people. Though Rach really loves it.
Yeah, Louise couldn't give two shits. Yeah.
You see, going to a live UFC event.
I think we both went to the same event.
We went to the very first one that came. Was
yeah,
so
it
there
was
was one.
Bisping versus Elvis
Sinasek.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But we didn't know each other had gone then, because that's at the point where we weren't
Yeah.
really in each other's lives.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. But that was the second one ever in the UK. There was the Brawl at the Albert Hall, which was I think UFC 25 or 20 something or other. Then it came back to the UK because they had
Bisping.
someone to
Yeah,
showcase.
we had Bisping.
So it was Ian Freeman they were showcasing in there. In fact, I've got his book somewhere. Ian Freeman was in the UFC back in the early 20s. In fact, on that Brawl in the Albert Hall, he knocked out a young Frank Mir.
oh, really?
Yeah.
One of my favourite submissions of all time is Frank Mir on
he's-
Brock Lesnar.
On Brock Lesnar,
Yeah,
not
just-
on Nogueira. When he
Oh no, when he broke his
arm.
tibia.
Oh, that was
no,
brilliant.
no, it's where he took massive gate with Brock
Oh,
Lesnar,
yeah.
took him down, bang,
Rebar,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, you're done.
Quality.
I mean, obviously Brock got his own back, but you know,
You see, that's I suppose it's the people they build up.
they're superstars.
They are superstars
Yeah.
and they are exciting. But any fight can be really exciting. I think this is why I try to talk to other people that are boxing fans. I think a boring UFC fight is way more boring than a boring boxing match. If you get a very boring UFC fight, but there isn't a boxing match on earth that can match even a half decent MMA fight, let alone an incredible MMA fight, a back and forth brawl, war, whatever, is just off the like that.
Yeah.
The Max Holloway fight in the last
What, against the Qatar?
Oh my god, that was
Incredible.
incredible.
But his one before with what's it? Ortega.
Oh,
A
again,
while ago.
incredible.
Incredible.
Anyway, I suppose Ethan's going to get bored of.
He started doodling.
Yeah, started doodling.
Drawing winners.
Good man.
So last question
You've
we've
got
got
issues. You
for
have
the.
here. Who drew the dicks?
I drew the dicks.
Oh, not American Vandal then.
Goals.
Goals.
5. So where'd you see yourself in 5 years?
Best goal ever.
Oh, best goal ever.
Best goal ever.
Best goal ever.
Best goal ever. What's the best goal you've ever seen?
Jamie Vardy against Liverpool,
Which one?
where he literally volleyed it, one shot, straight in.
Mine's
Yeah, that
my
is a great
favourite's
I was
probably
there and went.
sorry, the
crazy.
best goal I've ever seen was probably Frank Sinclair scoring an own goal from just about the halfway line.
But I mean, goals like, where'd you see yourself then in 5 years?
Oh, those kind of goals. If I'm not in a casket, I don't know. I think I'd quite like to be doing this still. This is quite good fun. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I want
Obviously-
this, but on a big scale in 5 years' time. If we're still doing this,
I mean, it doesn't. If
we
we're
could do
doing
it-
it in 5 years, it doesn't mean we've got any like great viewership. It just means that we're still doing it.
Yeah.
no, but I know. But if we were going to be like where we see this in 5 years, then you'd want it.
Then yeah, you'd want an
Top end,
upward
really, wouldn't
trajectory.
you?
But let's face it, if we've got 100 people listening, I'm quite happy. But I just like to have a chat with my mates anyway. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'd like to still be doing this. This would be quite
Camper
good fun.
van. I'd like
Uh,
camper van in 5 years.
I don't know because I'd
See,
have
want my own
issues
house.
with that
I
because
want my own house.
it wouldn't make my wife happy to have a
Camper
camper.
van?
No, she wouldn't.
I reckon if
enjoy
you got
that.
the right camper van, it would.
No,
Yeah,
I'd
if you got one
quite
that's
like
literally
to,
a luxury house.
Finish,
No, but like
finish
a nice
paying off the
camper
house, get rid of that, rent it out, buy a little cottage somewhere countryside-ish with a bit of land, so I
Yeah.
could put up my own little like archery range,
van. Yeah,
something that goes out about 70 yards,
yeah.
so I could put up a target down the bottom there, 80 yards, or meters I should say, not yards, 80 meters, and a little chipping net, little mini pitch and
Like a
putt.
pitch and putt.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be great, just something I could build. Yeah, no, but yeah, I'd like that. Yeah.
What about you? Oh yeah, you said camper van, really.
Yeah.
You've always wanted
Obviously,
one.
we're both
haven't you?
Rach both self-employed, so
Get to the point
hopefully
where
potentially
you've got...
build up some business so that we're either, I don't know. I don't want to be working forever. The whole point of being self-employed is to try and build up something that we can either sell on or that makes us enough that we can perhaps take a step back and let other people do most of the legwork. So, yeah.
Mine would just be in a pretty steady job in my own house, really.
Yeah.
Living with Molly as well. Yeah.
That is a goal, mate. That is a goal.
Well, I'm only 19, aren't I, really?
I mean,
not
Do you think
long.
you and Molly will get married?
I hope so, yeah. She always talks about it, so...
Have you asked her? You're not engaged?
Huh?
You've not asked her to marry you?
No, not yet.
Why not?
I don't know. I haven't even not been going out that long.
Well, that was your age. I was
You
married
talk-
with 2 kids.
I was going to say, how
You
old
were
are
one of them.
How old are you?
19.
You're 19.
No,
No,
you were about 22
you're
when you got
19.
married, I bet.
At
22.
your age,
I was married at 20. I wasn't even 21 yet. And Alyssa came just before I turned 21. So
yeah.
you were already there.
I mean, by next year, when you're 20, you're 20 when's your birthday?
Literally February. And
All right. So
A month tomorrow.
in a year's time,
26, 27.
I would have been just having my first kid, and I bought my first house.
Yeah. Same as.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Isn't it strange how our
I
lives are
suppose
so
I
very
do
similar?
definitely see myself marrying Molly at some point. I think in 5 years we definitely would be.
We need to get her on the show, see if she sees herself marrying him.
Yeah. She talks about it, so I'm assuming she does.
Good. Right.
She's a good one.
So yeah, that's it. We've got no more questions.
Well,
So
hang on, what about what's it say?
no, that's it. That's
No, there was 5 years and then I saw something else. Oh, long term.
long term, but
So long term, you want to be
Oh,
you want to be in your
probably
camper van, don't you?
leading a band of men and women killing zombies.
You're going to be wearing a bandana,
Offs.
ammo belt across your chest, big massive knife like a Crocodile Dundee.
You see,
That's not a knife. This is a
see,
knife.
I'd always,
Sort of thing.
I always think that guns aren't a great idea with zombies
Oh, they are.
because I always think that you can miss a lot, you can hit the wrong people. Zombies usually come close, and then you've got to fanny around with a gun. You run out of ammo at the last minute. I always think that having some sort of protection on your hands and forearms,
Yeah.
so that you can defend your mouth, and just having like ice pick, 2 ice picks or something, just in the head, in the head, in the head, in the head, in the head.
I mean, we're talking these are soft-schooled zombies.
So
Because to get an ice pick through someone's head,
most zombies are, or like in the ear, in the jaw, just into the brain
it's
somehow
a-
with an ice pick, into the face,
you've
soft part
got to
of the
be
face,
quite accurate
back of the
if
neck.
someone's trying to bite you.
Oh, I'd be accurate. I'd be practicing
Yeah.
all day long. I'm gonna
what about you? Long term for you?
I think, well, if we're going to do the zombies, I'd probably want a gun.
We're not doing bloody
What sort of gun,
zombies.
though? What sort of-
I would
so
want-
a shotgun would be terrible.
A shotgun would be
Two
awful.
shots.
I,
I mean, if you had no option, then perhaps. But
I would want some sort of machine gun.
All right, listen,
Yeah, machine
guys.
gun
If
would
you
be
want to do
Or,
see a
uh,
topic of us talking about our zombie apocalypse,
Or some sort of
we can do that.
handgun.
but we're not
with
going to be
like 20
talking
shots
about
or something like that.
no.
Because then you can get close range. They're not too, unwieldy.
yeah,
Bang a couple of them in.
What do you
yeah,
think, then?
handguns would be
John
good. Yeah.
John Wooit.
John
Pap,
Wooten,
pap,
yeah,
pap, pap.
a couple of handguns, maybe
Couple
a
of
Mac
Mac
10
10s.
with a 15
Mac 10.
clip mag
Pap,
or a
pap,
20
pap,
clip
yeah.
mag. A Mac, you see, I don't know, a Mac 10, you're gonna be out of bullets in about
You're gonna be
3
spraying.
seconds. Exactly. Yeah. I
Imagine
think,
What do you
Zombies
think then?
would
If we
kill
did a
that.
topic, a zombie apocalypse topic.
so yeah, if someone wants to do a zombie, give us the scenario, give us the outline of the zombie apocalypse. Do we have guns? Is it literally as it is now? Like it's we've got what it's in our house, or is it? Are we allowed to prepare for it? Are we allowed to?
That would be a good topic.
Are we on the run? Do we have to kit out some sort of zombie apocalypse vehicle?
I've got a
As you can
question
tell,
for you.
we've thought about
I've
it.
got a good question actually, and then we'll wrap it up real quick.
Okay.
Rach got bit by a zombie. You're killing her.
Is she turning?
She will eventually, but you don't know when. You're just going to put her down. Bang, dead.
Can
I love you.
Can I muzzle her?
She's not a dog. You can't
gonna be
muzzle her.
She's still a warm body.
No, you're not going to chain her up in the shed like in Shaun of the Dead.
Like in Shaun of the Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
You got to muzzle her. You got to.
No, not muscle.
You gotta
You've got to
take her out.
take
I think
her
I'd have to
out.
take
You've
her
got
out.
to
Take her out.
No,
You wouldn't just get someone else to do it. You'd do it yourself.
Yeah, I think I'd have to.
I
Yeah,
really
you'd have to
love
do
that.
Shaun dead. He kills his own mum. That annoys me in that film. He
Right.
kills his own mum, but keeps his best friend.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I never thought about that.
You
Yeah.
choose your friends. You don't choose your family. He might have
Yeah.
loved his friends more than his
He
family.
clearly loved his mum though, because he was upset about
clearly
killing
did,
her.
but he might have
And his friend was a
loved his
bit of a
friend.
knobhead. That's what annoys me.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, all right. So that's definitely a topic we should do.
Is it? That's amazing. He's on board with this.
On
zombie.
board.
Yeah, we
with
should
zombies.
definitely do that. That'd be wicked.
Zombie
topic.
Nation.
Such a different. But yeah, I think we should wrap that up
We
there.
can talk
now.
zombie films as well.
So,
Wrap it up,
yeah.
Ethan. Wrap it up.
If you enjoyed this podcast, it's just more of a get to know us because we don't have Ronnie. We are doing another podcast without Ronnie about I think paranormal we said.
Maybe
We
so,
do.
maybe so.
Maybe so. So keep your eye out for that as well if we do that. But yeah, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, hit the notification button so you never miss another one of our shows, and also subscribe, obviously. Follow our Instagram page and our Twitter page because we put polls out there for you guys to get involved with us as well. And you can also DM us on that to tell us what zombie apocalypse you want to see. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.